Holy fuck. That cannot be good for Trump if he's going to end up getting investigated or tried. Thanks for the donation, though, Bend Over.
Can we watch and react? Don't be a pussy and skip through the whole vid.
Admitted to being blacklisted at vegan events.
All right.
I can attend. It's not like I can't attend. They're public events. It's just that if it's being run by either PigSave or I don't know who the hell the UK event is managed by. I remember talking to the dude who was scheduling speakers. I don't think he had a problem with me. I just had a problem with the people who were speaking. Tim Sheaf was speaking one year, and I decided not to go because Tim Sheaf was on the panel. And the guy refused to... I said, if you want me to come, kick Tim Sheaf off the speakers list. And then he refused to do that. And look how things turned out.
Why does Tate keep using Matrix analogy? Matrix was written by two trans women and was a metaphor for that. I know the movie is multi-layered, but why are insecure boys falling for this?
It is kind of ironic. Are both the Wachowskis trans? I didn't know that. I thought it was just the one. But yeah, it's kind of ironic that it was written by trans people. I don't know if it was supposed to be a metaphor for transgenderism ever, but I think they based it on a comic. I can't remember the comic's name, but it had a similar idea. It was about like people with some sort of magical powers that could use their powers to like see the world the way it actually is, something like that. But yeah, the whole Matrix thing, I think with a lot of these people with crazy, stupid ideas, they almost always have to have conspiratorial beliefs to justify what they believe in. Like, look at the carnivore community. They have to come up with weird, stupid, conspiratorial ideas about how, like, the corn industry wants everybody to just eat corn to, like, make any sense of why, like, all the research points in the direction that plant-based diets are healthier, you know? Thanks for the donation, Dick on the Moon.
What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here.
Oh, by the way, I'm not going to watch this Frank Tufano video. All these videos where he reacts to people, how they eat, they're all terrible. He just says the same thing over and over again. Not organic, not organic, not organic. And then he might say like something like, "Oh, the broccoli's bad for you," but what?
Yeah, these people are young. They don't have severe health issues. They can tolerate like the toxins, but it's definitely reflected in.
Yeah, there you go. It's just boring.
It is Sunday evening, just watching the game, and someone wanted me to comment about Richard's live stream where he said that he was blacklisted for most vegan events and that vegans hate him. First off, that didn't surprise me one bit, but I still wanted to get a hold of that live.
He is still remarkably stupid. PigSave and Direct Action Everywhere are the two big activist movements around where I live in Toronto. That like pretty much everybody who's involved in PigSave is involved in Direct Action Everywhere. Like the same leaders, the same like groups of people. So the Toronto PigSave is run by a crazy wacko radical feminist, and they're just insane. The reason why I burned bridges with them is because, for one thing, I never like openly supported Black Lives Matter. They kind of had a problem with it, but I think they understood why I wasn't like, you know, waving a Black Lives Matter flag around. What really made me burn bridges with them is a friend of mine who is a vegan activist. I hung out with him a few times, Alex. He went to a fucking animal rights event in Europe. I think it was in the UK, but he did some activism in like all throughout Europe. I think he met some chick in Italy. He was fucking her. They had a great time. Then he said like bye, but they stayed in touch and like just texted here and there. Then he said, "Oh, I'm going to be in the UK. So if you want to come down and chill or whatever." Then she said, "Oh, well, yeah, I probably can't make it out." And then he was like, "Okay, whatever." He went there. Turns out she actually went to the UK to meet up with him for this animal rights event. She not only texted him where she was living and that she wanted to fuck later, she literally left him a voice message saying, "Yeah, after like 3 o'clock or whatever, when the demonstration's done, come over to my place and we can like fuck." He posted the text message conversations and the audio of this. Then he ended up going back to her place. What like things didn't work out perfectly. She was staying with a few people, and they were sharing a room. So when everyone was asleep, they started kind of fooling around in bed a little bit. He was like kissing her, playing with her pussy a bit, and then she turned around, and then he was subtle about alluding to this, but he started playing with her asshole and shit. And then she told him, "I'm not in the mood," and then he just stopped immediately. And he said, "Okay, yeah, no problem." And he understood because there's like people in the room who are sleeping. He went into the bathroom, jerked off, and that was that. And then later on, like when he was about to leave the UK, she said, like, "Oh, I'm sorry about like last night and everything." And she explained what actually was going on. She had a boyfriend, and she was cheating on him, or sorry, using him to cheat on her boyfriend. And then he said, "Oh yeah, like I guess it makes perfect sense, whatever." So she wouldn't have sex with him because she started feeling guilty about cheating on her boyfriend. Later on, like 3 months later, her boyfriend found out about this, that she hooked up with Alex. And then rather than just admitting to her boyfriend that she cheated, she made up this false rape accusation. And, like, in order to make it seem serious and real to her boyfriend, she informed Toronto Pig Save and made a post about this publicly. Um, so like everything, like he literally has the text messages too, with her saying, "I was cheating on my boyfriend. Sorry, I felt guilty about the whole thing." Like, there's no possible way he could have, like, in any way taken advantage of her, raped her, or anything. Toronto Pig Save came out and said he's a rapist, and he's suing them right now. I supported Alex in this situation. I called out Toronto Pig Save and the leadership who did this, and that completely burned the bridges with them. That's why I don't have a good relationship with the two big activist organizations in Toronto, which is the Toronto Pig Save. They have the other save movements like Cow Save. It's all under the same umbrella, and Direct Action Everywhere, because Toronto Pig Save is insane, and they're stupid, like fucking crazy wacko feminists, where even when you can prove a woman is lying about a false rape accusation, they'll still side with the woman and try to completely and utterly destroy the dude's reputation. And all the people who are with Toronto Pig Save also work with Direct Action Everywhere, so obviously I'm not really welcome at those events either. That said, I can still attend those events. Like, they can't physically stop me from going there. When Reagan Russell died and got ran over by that truck, I attended the event and there wasn't like any big deal. Just that when I tried to talk to some people about like information on what happened, they just refused to talk to me. That's it. I am on good terms with what's it called? Anonymous for the Voiceless. At least like their head offices, Paul Bashir and everything. Oh yeah, Toronto Pig Save shut down Ask Yourself's Logic Workshop. I think I can't even fucking remember why. It so they're crazy is why. It has nothing to do with me being unreasonable. It's because these people are fucking insane. That's it. I got into a bit of an issue with people who were in the Guelph Anonymous for the Voiceless activist group. And again, it was over stupid shit. The people running it are these really, really sensitive women, and they got triggered with the way I was arguing with some people while doing activism. That's it. And it's not like I was challenging people to fights and shit like that. Like, no, I just wasn't taking any shit from people. And I'd say, like, no, you're lying. Like, I was just being upfront, and they got triggered at that. That's it. So when Vince says, "Oh, Vegan Gains admits he's blacklisted at vegan events," no surprise. It's because they're fucking crazy, not me, you dumbass. Shit. And of course, I've been really critical of people like Earthling Ed. So if he's like one of the big cheeses at like the UK vegan campout, I don't think he'd butt heads with me, but I don't think he likes me.
Neko.
Let me take a look. Oh my god. What the hell's going on there? What? Is that the cat snoring? Dude, what the fuck? That's a adorable fucking cat. Well, thank you for that. Dude, yeah, it's fucking crazy. So the problems that I've had with these vegan activist orgs, it's not because of me, it's because of them. You can literally look at the videos I've made for these organizations. I've made quite a lot of videos promoting the Toronto Pig Save protests. I think made at least one video where I was with Direct Action Everywhere. I never did too many events with them. I think I went to a Christmas gathering with them, but it wasn't an activist event, and it was kind of a Direct Action Everywhere pig save thing because, again, all the same people are in these groups. I did a steakhouse protest with Direct Action Everywhere, and I think I did one Starbucks protest with Direct Action Everywhere. So I didn't do too many, but I've done like at least like 10, I'd say, with Toronto Pig Save. So, but like you can see my kind of conduct and how I act. Like I get along with everybody. I don't get into arguments. I don't do any stupid shit. I've never like fought people at these protests. I just film. If people want to talk to me, I talk to them. Like that's it. Like Vince Goodrum is such a fucking idiot.
Stream, check it out, and see exactly what he says. That way, I have an affirmative on things. So I checked out Veganism Exposed. That's his, that YouTube channel. It's perfect for keeping track of Richard's musings. And yeah, he did admit to it. But like I said in the very beginning, that's not a surprise to me. You know, unlike Richard, unlike Vegan Teacher, unlike Joey Carbstrong, unlike Vegan Booty, vegans for the most part are pretty cool people, and they don't try to go and shove their lifestyle in front of people. So even when they're protesting, they're not conducting criminal activity. They're not physically or verbally threatening people or being physical with them. They're not breaking into farms. They're not slashing tires or anything like that. Uh, so given the fact that Richard is an extremist and even he's gone haywire, he went chimpanzee up at the Veg Fest, and has also put other vegans on blast.
Um, for some reason, there was a girl who was on the board of the Toronto Vegetarian Society, and just so you don't get confused, the Toronto Vegetarian Society is a vegan society. It's a name from a bygone era. I think they started like in the 70s or something, and they just kept the name. But it's a vegan organization. For whatever reason, um, there was some vegetarian girl who was on the board, and she had a speaking panel at the Veg Fest, and I called her out for it. After I called her out for it, she got kicked off the board. So, the only people who complained about it was that fucking jackass Darren Chang. That's it. Toronto Pig Save didn't have a problem with me doing that, and there were like people who are high up in the organization, like Jenny McQueen, who actually supported me doing that. So that's another like example of Vince Goodrum not knowing what the fuck he's talking about.
This is pretty much expected as far as vegans are concerned, not liking him. But it goes beyond that, actually. Uh, Richard is a big, giant hypocrite there. Now, honestly,
Hypocrite. Let's see.
I've mentioned before in another video that I don't eat at KFC because they're even KFC. They treat their chickens like ugh. Man, I mean, there's a lot of abuses in.
Here we go, because I bought a vegan item at KFC, I'm a hypocrite. Okay, well, I guess if I buy any food at any grocery store, I'm a hypocrite because they also stock animal products, right? Guess I'm just supposed to starve myself. Like, you're a fucking idiot. Andrew Insomniac, Donut Tellers, Aaron P is awesome. Take a second. And to this timestamp, 2:05:53 for 2 minutes, 2:07 to 2:08:16. Let me take a look. Oh yeah, Isaac, did you see the debate right at the beginning of the stream where I debated Destiny on abortion? Oh my god, he said the stupidest fucking shit imaginable. Let me see, 2:05:53.
Ask yourself, please unban me on YouTube and Twitter. I didn't do anything.
I don't have a Twitter, and if you got banned off the... If you're actually stitching NoFap, you shouldn't be banned. I don't recall ever banning you. But send me your channel. For whatever reason, YouTube's... I think at least 2 or 3 people have said they were automatically banned for some reason. But thanks for the donation, Stitching NoFap.
I think you can say I'm wasted. I'm wasted again on Margaritaville. I get a hurricane before I get up the same. It's only 12:30, but I don't care. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
What is your waist size?
I think I wear what? I think it's 38-inch jeans, but I have to wear a belt. That's the only size pants that have a long enough leg and inseam. But I've never actually measured my waist. It's probably somewhere around like 34-ish. Thanks for that donation, Wessex. Stitching No Fap, Donate Tellers. I said ask yourself. Oh, okay, sorry. Glad you clarified that. Appreciate the donation, man.
What are your criticisms of Earthling Ed?
My main criticisms of Earthling Ed is that he's an absolutely horrible debater, like literally atrocious. He never actually, or at least almost ever, debates veganism. He just asks meat eaters what they feel, and then when they get bored, they just leave and say bye. Thanks for the convo. At worst, what he actually often does is he argues against the ethical principles of veganism. People will bring up hunting for survival or killing animals out of some survival necessity. And then he'll say, oh yeah, I agree. It's okay in that circumstance. Or somebody will bring up carnivorous animals. And he's like, well, it's okay for a lion to kill, a gazelle or something. It literally goes against the idea of giving animals rights. There's plenty of situations where you could benefit or gain a survival advantage off of killing other human beings. Does that make it acceptable? So, Earthling Ed actually actively argues against the principles of veganism and the idea of giving animals a right to life. And from what I can tell, he hasn't changed any of his positions or how he debates after I've made all these criticisms. I don't know if he's seen it. I think he probably would have. And I met him once in person. He didn't seem to want to be around me. He was kind of not talkative and avoiding eye contact and shit whenever I was around. So I don't know. That was years ago, though, before I did the live streams criticizing him. Thanks for the donation, Crimson Norwal. Jasmine likes bread, donate $2. You never explained the isinglass to filter liquor being vegan. React to this. Let me see.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Brothers and sisters, over the next 30 minutes, I want to give our Black parents some pointers for dealing with African school-age children who are questioning their God-given assigned gender at birth. As you know, President Barack Hussein.
Okay, I'll react to that in a bit. That seems like it's going to be stupid. Okay, 207, 10.
Oh, yeah. This is my granddad's music. Oh, you want to hear the song I've been listening to? I'll probably get copyrighted. But I'm going to play like a few seconds of it.
If you don't make it, you just don't make it. Everybody ain't champions. But I am. Playtime over this big league.
Playtime over is the big leagues.
Playtime over this big league. Playtime over this
Big league.
Release from the top of the key, 3 step back, pull up, switch chains, slam. Got the crowd out, they see 1 step closer to the big ring. 4 side seat so close.
I can't dance. I'm a white boy.
The reason y'all lose, you don't speak no deep. So we ain't gotta play team ball, this key show. You don't want a championship.
Yeah, I was actually watching that stream. It was pretty funny.
Those farms that produce food for Kentucky Fried Chicken, in my opinion. And yet Richard actually eats at KFC for the plant-based foods. He also goes and eats at Burger King.
I think I've eaten the plant-based like chicken burger at KFC a total of like 4 times since they released that as an option like 2 years ago. It's just
a lot of vegan activists will not eat at these restaurants, even if they serve plant-based foods here. You know,
that's great. It's their choice. It doesn't mean they're preventing rights violations. Vince is such an idiot.
So, you know, he pisses them off also just by doing that there. And here's the thing. If I was a vegan activist, I wouldn't eat at KFC and I wouldn't eat at Burger King, even if they sold plant-based food, because basically you're contributing to the death and suffering of animals there, Richard. Because at the end of the day, the money that you spend at Kentucky Fried Chicken, where is that money going to go to? It's going to go right back to those farms there that go and abuse those animals here. And I'm just using the words against you there, pal, you know. But folks, yeah, vegans don't like vegan gains. Even the extremist vegans don't like vegan gains. He's not liked. I mean,
he's such an idiot.
What do you expect? He has no friends. He even admitted on live stream is that he doesn't have any friends. He just has his wife, Jasmine, you know. And
never said
if he
that.
keeps talking the way he talks to Jasmine, even Jasmine's not going to stay around. Just saying. That's all I got to say for right now.
Just
like and subscribe to the Vince.
Vince is so stupid, dude. Like, he has no clue. Bend over nude tellers. I bet this is you when people call you crazy for your stance on things, except for Mother. It was City of Toronto at the time. Also, here's the clip of Trump history.